Howdy there folks, I'm Quinn of SnazzyLabs and this is the video unboxing of the Zoom H6 handy recorder. Now the Zoom products have been famous in the YouTube market for years and for good reasons. They're decent microphones that offer really good interface options for the Mac and PC, allowing you to input not just other sound but also instruments and what have you into your device. The Zoom H6 is the highest end model, retailing at $399, and it comes with this awesome hardshell carrying case that's really not that awesome, but hey, it's nice that they include something. Inside is what's awesome. There's a myriad of accessories here. The first thing that I'm going to pick up right now is this capsule. This is a cardioid condenser capsule, which picks up just about everything in the room. You're going to hear a demo of it right now, well later. And this is the dynamic capsule. It's actually on the device right now, an XY dynamic capsule that's awesome. You get some batteries. I'm going to talk about these stupid AA batteries later. You get an awesome USB mini cord, as if we didn't have enough of those. Mini USB rather. Come on, man. You get the stupidest memory card ever for stupidness. They give you a lame 2 gig card, which is tiny, and they're so cheap that they chose not to buy regular SD cards. They bought a stupid micro SD adapter because it's cheaper in Chinese mainland. So frustrating. That was a windscreen, by the way, for the mic that I'm currently using. And of course, here is the Zoom device itself. Ta-da! It's pretty cool. Let's take a look. So these are the capsules. You're hearing the one on the left. The one on the right you're going to hear later. Underneath, they have little serial ports that allow them to snap into the Zoom. And the greatest thing about them is this. They have manual gain control. Normally, before, you had to dig into a bunch of menus and change them digitally with a button, and it was total crap. So now being able to change them right now is awesome. It's pretty easy. You just snap it in like that. Easy. This is the back of the device, and behind it are 4 AA batteries. Now, I'm all for getting rid of proprietary battery technology, but please, they don't even really include rechargeable batteries. These are cheap $1 batteries that are gonna not work after 18 hours. Lame. This is the device itself and the unit. You can see a myriad of ports, but most important are these 4 XLR ports. There are 2 on each side. This allows you to have up to 4 XLR inputs. Not just the microphone can be recorded into the Zoom handy recorder. Rather, it records everything from instruments to, even by using these XLR ports, really phantom power based capsules, which is awesome. You can choose the voltage and they sound amazing. There's very little hiss for a portable device. You also find yourself a USB port, which allows you to hook up to your computer. That's what I'm doing right now. It's awesome. Here are the knobs for the gain control on each of the 4 XLR inputs. And while I love these knobs and while the volume is easily accessible, this is my trouble. They move around super easy and there's no lock. So accidentally you might bump it if you stick it in your bag, and that's a big problem. You're gonna have to redial everything in once again. Here are the buttons that allow you to select which device you want recorded to the device, whether it be the microphone or one of the 4 XLR inputs. And of course you have standard play, record, pause, fast forward controls. Turning it on is significantly faster to its predecessors. And getting through this menu allows you to monitor the device itself. Let's do a test video of the sound quality that comes out of this microphone. Alright, so this is the audio test of the Zoom H6. You guys have been hearing it this whole video because during the unboxing I was actually using the Zoom itself, using the capsule that I preferred. I don't know what that will be yet because this is like time travel. I'm recording this first, but you're seeing it second. Whoa. Anyway, so the audio that you heard during the unboxing was the H6. It was hooked up via USB as an audio interface device and as a USB microphone to the computer itself. But right now I'm recording to an SD card. The audio that you're hearing is taken from the SD card file that was written and is currently being written. English me cuesta mucho porque ya hablo otro idioma. Cállate. All right. So it's recording currently to the SD card, and that is the file that you're hearing. The compression rate on this, I'm doing a WAV 44.1 16-bit file, a 16 kilobit file. So it's a good file type. It's not very compressed at all. It's not lossless either, but it's not very compressed. Anyway, so what we were able to do with this handy recorder, that was intentional, is utilize the capsules that are provided with the device, or you can use the phantom power from the XLR, which is really nice. I have got to try that out. I'm not going to do it in this video, but I'll include it in the review. A lot of recorders that are portable, especially battery powered, give you a lot of gain hiss when you turn up the mic very loud. And obviously you don't want to turn up the mic greatly. It's better to do post-production kind of stuff. However, you just get that white noise in the background. And this is intentionally supposed to get rid of that, the H6, because it uses higher quality and finer components for the phantom powered microphones. That is, by the way, a condenser-based microphone which requires a certain voltage for the capsule to be powered enough to capture audio. So this does provide power to microphones, which is nice, especially if you're in a portable rig and you want to use a condenser microphone, but you're not in the situation where you have your computer or an audio interface device. This acts as an audio interface device. And so you guys can tell by the mic that it is a pretty good sounding mic. It is quite directional, not as directional as the one I'm going to put on in a minute, but it's pretty directional. If I go to the left of the mic, you can hear it obviously more in the left channel. And if I switch the mic to this position, you can hear it in the right channel. Right now it's about a foot away from my mouth, and that is the preferred distance. And it sounds really good. I could take the gain down, which I'll do, and move it a little bit closer to my mouth to demonstrate. But there's a little bit of a nitpicky thing that I can just tell monitoring right now. These are headphones, by the way, that are plugged into the device itself. No, they're not Beats by Dre. There's a review coming on these next week. All right, so I've turned the gain down a little bit and I've moved my mouth closer to the microphone. You can tell that it's a little bit bright. It actually sounds a little bit tinny. There's not quite as much oomph as I like. And when you're recording voice, that's rather important. Now, if we were recording something else like a guitar or another instrument, it'd probably be okay. But I really need that low end to capture that exaggerated kind of that a voice carries, especially a man's voice. And with this capsule, you don't quite capture that. It's a little bit more tinny, a little bit more nasally, it sounds, than it really does in real life. So it's not super accurate, but it's also not very exaggerated. A lot of microphones, I'm going to turn this back up, by the way, and move it away from my mouth. A lot of microphones, by the way, like the Blue Mouse, the Blue Yeti, those are condenser microphones that have a very exaggerated pattern. Something just turned on. It's not my HVAC. Wow, this picks up everything. I can't even hear it right now with my actual ear. That's the refrigerator that's in the other room. So these microphones are extremely sensitive and they pick up everything. So that is something obviously to note. I'm going to wasting time and I'm going to switch the capsules right now. How's that built-in camera audio? Pretty crappy, right? I'm going to turn the channels off and move the mics. I'm going to stick the new microphone on. This is the XY mic, which is very directional. You'll see when I demonstrate it. And it has this wind screen on right now to protect it, because even the littlest bit of air distorts the mic greatly. So now we're powered on with this one. And since it's a directional mic, you actually have to hold it like this. And this is one of my gripes about the handy recorder. Obviously, if you're buying a pretty expensive piece of equipment, it's most likely because you have a team there to help you monitor the sound. Well, I don't. A lot of people, I think, buy these to take around and use as voice memo kind of stuff to do interviews, and you're monitoring it yourself. And when the display is over here, I can't see the decibel ratings. I can't see anything. I have to turn the device over, and you guys can tell that my voice totally cancels out to be able to come back on the microphone. It's not ideal. I don't know why they didn't do a pop-out LCD screen. Maybe I can screw in a mirror right here so that I can see the display upside down and backwards, just to be able to monitor at least something. But as you guys can tell, this is a very, very directional microphone. It's a little bit more closed. I think it's better because if you can listen, it doesn't pick up the ambient as much as this, as much as the the mid-size stereo condenser mic, but it does still pick up. It's actually pretty good. It is quite good, I must say. There's not a lot of noise coming in from this. However, you do get a narrower dynamic range, and so the voice is even more compressed. It sounds even less umphy and less ooh. It's very compressed. I can't think of another word. That was my Drobo kicking on. I don't know if you guys heard that. But anyway, if you move your mouth off the mic, you just totally lose it. This is a variable from 90, which is right here. And then if I put my mouth right here, you can't even hear me at all. So you do need to be within the ranges specified on the microphone. You can turn it to 90 or 120 degrees. It's adjustable. But either way, if you're looking at the monitor, you are not going to be heard. So it's something to be aware of. It's a very interesting setup. I'm not going to do much more on this. I've already taken too many minutes of your life. However, I will be publishing a final review in the future to let you guys know what I think of the Zoom H6 handy recorder. I would like you guys to put your comments below specifying which microphone you preferred, whether it was the first one, the mid-sized, I keep forgetting the mid-sized stereo mic, or if you like the XY microphone. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the H6 handy recorder. I think it's pretty cool. Right now, we'll see if I have buyer's regret. I do have a 30-day return opportunity at Best Buy. So I'll be testing it out, and as I learn more about the device and as I learn better how to use it, I will be able to decide whether or not I want to keep it. And I'll be using it in the next couple of videos these next coming weeks. So please be sure to let me know how the audio quality is, how it could improve, whether you guys like it or not, and I will adjust accordingly. And then at the end of 30 days, I'll decide if I keep the H6 or if I take it back to try something new. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, and give it a comment. And as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.